From the McNichols Sports Arena in Denver, Colorado, it's the Portland Trail Blazers against the Denver Nuggets. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jerry Gross along with Steve Jones. This is Game 5 of the series with an edge 3-1 going to the team in the dark uniform. That, of course, would be the Portland Trail Blazers, the home team, the Denver Nuggets. That's Bob Gross in the corner, Bill Walton up front in the middle against Dan Issel, and Maurice Lucas shooting. That's the first 2 points for the ball game. 2-0. Maurice Lucas gives Portland the lead. If Portland wins it, it's all over. Bobby Jones with a shot blocked by Bill Walton. Walton with a good defensive play over to Dave Twardzik. Twardzik on the back line along with the left-hander, Lionel Hollins, who has it now. Walton still isn't back on offense. Finally blocked from behind by Dan Issel and a foul call. And Steve Jones, there's been a change in the lineup in this game for the Denver Nuggets.
Well, they changed the lineup. You can see Portland's lineup has been basically the same. Gross and Lucas at the forwards, Walton in the middle, Twardzik and Hollins at the guards. Bobby Jones is back at forward. Thompson has moved back to forward. Issel, Jimmy Price is starting in place of Ted McLean along with Mac Calvin.
Back over to Hollins. And Dan Issel with a big rebound. Issel playing with a badly infected toe. Walton playing with a bad big toe. Blocked by Walton at goaltender. They say he pinned it off the backboard, and that's the call made by Earl Strong. They'll wait for the attack to form now. Walton still back at midcourt. Lucas in the corner. Bobby Jones against him, a tough assignment. He goes on and drives. The basket is no good. It'll be a charging foul called against Maurice Lucas. Here in Denver, and it is now 4-3. The Blazers jumped out into a 4-0 lead. That's Walton inside. Walton has his first 2 points. He's averaging 8.5, or rather 18.5. In playoff competition, he averaged 19.5 during the course of the year. Out of bounds it goes, and it belongs now to Portland.
There's Jack Ramsey taking a look, giving some instructions. Bobby Jones just threw that ball away. Bobby, an excellent player and a passer. One of the problems he's had so far in this playoff series is moving the ball a little bit too quickly and missing the man when he's open.
Great opportunity to watch Bob Gross without the ball and then execute the give and go. The only thing was that Bob didn't put it in, but he's been the unsung hero of Portland and the man that Carl Shearer, the vice president, or the president rather, and general manager of this ball club, of the Denver Nuggets. That's Thompson. He has said that Bob Gross has been the thorn in the side of Denver all during the playoffs. That's the score, and for those of you who just joined us, it's Portland on top by 1. 6-5, 8:28 to go, first period. Walton in the middle against Issel. We look for Issel to try and take him a little outside on offense. Lucas couldn't get the shot off. That's Hollins. Good outside shooter, Steve. You can't give him time.
Well, he had a lot of time on that, but notice the ball movement that time. Lucas has the ball. He gives a couple pump fakes, keeps Bobby Jones up on his toes. Really not a good shot for him, so he gives it to a wide-open Hollins, who cans it. They're moving the ball excellently, and I think that in order for Denver to combat that, they're going to have to play a tougher man-to-man defense, and they're going to have to prevent the ball from going inside to Bill Walton.
Each team has 2 personal fouls, or rather 2 team fouls. That's Price looking to Issel. Issel wants to turn and go on Walton. Misses the shot, almost draws the foul. Walton with a rebound over to Hollins. It's now 2-on-4. Will Hollins go? He does. And he is pushed on the play by Jimmy Price.
Ted McLean is in the backcourt.
So Ted McLean will be hounding Twardzik, and already they've thrown a few elbows at each other away from the ball. Inside, Lucas gets the great screen inside from Twardzik. Sensational pick inside, and he's all alone.
Well, again, with Portland, you've got to play excellent defense on the ball and on the man away from the ball.
Now let's go to Gary Bender and Pete Maravich in Oakland for some action, a report on the Golden State Lakers game.
Welcome to Oakland. In the dark, the purple. Los Angeles, the Lakers lead the series 3-2, and Cassie Russell has just committed a foul. He's looking around, and who, me?
Oh, this is pretty obvious foul. Rick fakes right and goes left, and Cassie just grabs him, holds on to him like if he had a saddle, it would have been a better foul.
Rick Perry now with 12 points. His assists have not been what you would anticipate, but everything else is up.
Everything else is up, and he still gets his 4 or 5 assists per game, Gary, and he's just an all-around premier forward in this league, and still has so many years ahead of him.
Comes in. Paul Silas sits down, and so the lineup now is Calvin on the back line. He'll be working along with David Thompson, who has gone from a forward back over to a guard spot against Hollins, and he steals the ball. The pass was too hard. Here's David Thompson. Thompson Thompson almost brought rain.
Right here, David Thompson, his eyes light up. He brings it from downtown. He's way up there. Big grand slam, and they got 2 points. Portland's the type of team that will give up a basket like that, but they'll come back working real hard, and they'll stay in the ball game.
You just saw a man 6'4.5" jump almost out of the building. Wide. Thompson outside. 8 seconds on the clock. That's Issel. Good play by Dan Issel, playing with an infected toe. 8 points for the big guy. What's going on with the Lakers game against the Warriors and Gary Bender and Pete Maravich.
And welcome to our Denver-Portland viewers. We're in Oakland. Pistol, it has been a remarkable performance by Golden State.
Golden State has played simple but effective basketball. They're playing like they did when they won a championship 2 years ago.
In the gold uniforms, Golden State. Out it comes now to Jamal Wilkes. Wilkes hit early in the game. The big rookie Parrish, he hit one just a moment ago from there. He doesn't get this, but Allen has the rebound. Lucius Allen, as Los Angeles was down by 20 Tuesday night here, almost pulled the game out. They've got catch-up again. That was not a good percentage shot.
There was nobody under for the rebound. Kareem was still coming back. He should hold up a little bit unless he's got a better one.
Dudley, Kareem back again. He had 18 rebounds Friday night. And Ford going down, and Rick Perry fouled him, and Perry does not like that call.
Doesn't like that.
See that.
Here's a play. Rick comes in. He swats at the ball. I think he got it. He got him on the elbow.
That replay showed it all
on
the
the
way.
elbow.
When we left you, it was 36-30 in favor of Denver. It is now 40-34. The score with Denver on top in the dark uniforms. In the ball game for the first time, Larry Steele, number 15 for Portland. That's Lucas making a move. We have 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Lucas. Maurice Lucas now has 12 points. He is the high man in the game. David Thompson and Dan Issel, they each have 10 in white uniforms. Matt Calvin brings it up.
You see Portland, they've been down by 6 and 8 most of the quarter, but they continue to stroke the basket. They get a big basket there from Lucas. Thompson drives lane. Just another foul from Bobby Gross.
Left hand on the drive, and then shot right-handed from the foul line. 43-36, the lead of 7 to Denver. 4.5 minutes to go at the foul line. Portland is 2 for 8 and 9 for 11 for Denver. They've done a job at the charity stripe. An air ball by Maurice Lucas. Becoming leads in the series in the event you just joined us. 3 games to 1. A win here, and it's all over for Denver. That's David Thompson working hard. 6 enjoyed by Denver. Gross battling against Bobby Jones. Wins it at 3-on-2, and Gross brings it to the wingman Lucas. Lucas misses the shot. No whistle. They're still alive with the ball. Gross misses the shot. Lucas knocked down in the play. No whistle. And here comes Denver. They lead by 6. That's David Thompson against Bill Walton. He's looking for Issel. He finds him. The big man finds Jones. Good teamwork on the play by this man's glove, Larry Brown.
And he missed that. Play was a little hairy, and they came down, and Issel makes an excellent pass to Bobby Jones for a pair.
Bill Walton with a hook is fouled in the act of shooting. The basket counts, and he'll go to the line. That's only his second field goal. Larry Brown calling out the play. 3 times the ABA Coach of the Year, and he's done a good job here in the NBA in his first year. He calls for the play one-on-one against Larry Steele. No basket. The foul apparently before the shot by Larry Steele. A push before he went into the act of shooting.
Right here, you see Larry Steele reaching in. Now he's going to try and work, not moving his feet really well. He's behind Thompson as Thompson tries to go up, and Steele gets him with the body.
Line, he has scored 5 out of 6. Thompson starting as a forward, going back as a guard. That's Walton looking to the hoop now against Webster. He's got 7 points in the game. Webster, on the other hand, has 2, and the other pivot man, Issel, has 10. They're going to Denver early in the game. 52-46. 6-point lead, 50 seconds to go in the first half for Denver. Jimmy Price. Rebounded by Webster. Webster. Earlier, Webster got into it a bit with Walton in the first game here. They had forgotten that altercation they had. Still a lot of physical activity. As Webster's pushing Walton from behind. The shot is blocked. Here comes Price. 26 seconds left to go in the first half of play. David Thompson. Rebounded by Lionel Hollins. 54-46. As Portland in the red uniform. Trailblazers trailing in the game. Steele launches one to the corner.
Portland a little sluggish, not playing nearly as well as they played in the first 4 games. You can look for Portland, a team that never gives up to bounce back in the second half and really make a ball game, and it's only a 6-point game now.
At the high post now, Bobby Jones against Maurice Lucas, and Issel goes into the low pivot against Walton. Thompson goes one-on-one, and coming back to help out Lucas, but he fouls it. Lucas commits the foul. Lucas has had trouble, as Sonny Hill told you during the interview, with Jack Ramsey.
Bobby goes right there. Works real good on the baseline. He goes by him. Lucas comes over. Looks like he has an excellent block there. They get the foul right there, and Thompson's on the line for a pair as Denver is up 56-48.
That is the third foul that has been called on Maurice Lucas. And now David Thompson has pumped in 21 points. Watch that move.
That's a typical Denver start at the top of any quarter, and especially at the period at the start of the half. They get quick baskets and they get opportunities to run. Their defense seems to pick up, the crowd picks up, and they get more involved in the game. Again, Portland's slow getting off to a start, but they're a tough ball club, and they'll be back in the game. They got a lot of firepower as Lucas gets one there.
Lucas got a good screen, and he caught a little man against him, Matt Calvin, and easily shooting over the little man at 6 feet, and Lucas, of course, at 6'9". Says it belongs to Denver.
Oh, right there, Thompson shooting quickly over Bobby Gross. Lucas with a big, strong rebound, just pitches it out without seeing anybody, and now the race is on to see who's going to get the ball towards it. A scrappy little guy trying to play body position, keeps in front of Thompson, and he gets it.
Moving inside well, Bobby Jones getting the feed. Jones only had 4 points in the first half, and yet Portland has looked as though they're a step behind throughout most of the afternoon. That's Walton inside. The biggest lead of the game, again, is 11. A moment ago it was 11, cut to 9, now it's back to 11. The shot clock on your left, over 24 seconds. Really wise with it. We'll try again.
Down 10 that they're staying close in the ball game and they have a chance is Denver seems a little bit disorganized as they begin to put the pressure on.
Steve, Portland has not shot well at the foul line. They are 7 for 19. 19 for 25 for Denver. And Portland has come alive, and the lead is cut down 71 to 63. 71 to 63 as Portland refuses to give up. They are hanging in there, led by Johnny Davis, who came off the bench.
Well, again, there's pressure. Denver not handling the pressure well. Johnny Davis comes in, and this guy can fly, and he can jump. He goes up. He takes it home for money in the bank. He's got 2. He brings them back within 8.
Leave us, because from time to time, we'll be going to that score and going to that game. That's Walton back in the middle with 4 fouls, and he beats them inside. And Bill Walton has now scored 9 points.
Well, it's time for school as Marvin Webster's trying to play out high in front Bill Walton.
And we welcome you to Oakland. We've just started the 4th quarter of play. The Golden State Warriors lead the Los Angeles Lakers 88 to 80 as Phil Smith now bumps it up to 10 points. 90 to 80. Had to sit down, and now in real foul difficulty, and Kareem is letting Lee Jones know about it.
He's inviting him over for a little coffee, I think, after the game.
Rick Barry having a sensational game, and Kareem bats it out of bounds. Rick Barry felt the wrath of Kareem as he came across to bat that one away.
Going into Kareem here, and look at that Golden State Warriors defense. 4 guys surrounding him, and that's what they have to do. That's what they got to continue doing.
Boy, the arms, the elbows are pushing it. Harris from the corner. And a rebound by Tom Abernathy. We've just been informed by CBS Sports that should this game go to the 7th and deciding game on Wednesday night, we will televise it beginning at 11:30 Eastern Time. Here comes Phil Smith. Phil Smith now with 11 points in the game. 94 to 82.
Back here in Denver, Colorado, the Denver fans are going wild. We left you with 3:05 to go. 76-67 third period. Willie Wise hit a foul shot to give Denver a 10-point lead. Then Larry Steele hit 2 from the line for Portland to cut it to 8. But Marvin Webster has just dunked to give him a 10-point lead. Denver up. And another dunk by Bobby Jones has given the Denver Nuggets a 12-point lead with 1 minute and 33 seconds to go in the third period. Here, the lead is 10 for Denver. 1 minute and 15 to go in the third period. Steve Jones and Jerry Gross sending it to you from Denver. And that's Wally Walker with a quick shot. Oh, in and out, tipped in, and an impossible play by Lucas, and he was under the backboard.
Well, Luke makes a great tip that time. Wally Walker beginning to put on his offensive show a little bit as he worked for the shot, got it off the glass. Lucas in the right spot makes a nice tip. Nuggets have got to come down this time and get a basket to establish themselves to kill the momentum.
Bobby Jones inside, and a whistle. He traveled on the play. The lead was 12 points about a minute ago, and now it has been cut down to 8. And with the ball, the Portland Trailblazers, who will not crack Dave Portick has gone to a hospital for x-rays on his right foot and right ankle. That's the injury that has hurt Portland, but they've been hanging tough. Rebounded by Lucas underneath. 2 and 3 men on, and he throws an elbow. Is there going to be a foul before the elbow or a jump ball? Jump ball. Lucas at 6'9" will be jumping against Marvin Webster. Webster 7'1". The advantage going, of course, to Denver. 40 seconds to go in the third period.
Again, now notice this Denver lineup. Their complement of players are really not too offensive-minded. It's an excellent chance for Portland to take over. Walton Lucas can put the ball in the hole. Johnny Davis and also Wally Walker with good offensive ability have a chance to score and get them within 6 before the period ends.
Walton inside, trying to move on the big guy. Does, makes the play and scores. Fantastic move by Bill Walton. Walton has 11 points in the game. More important, the lead has been cut down to 6. 23 seconds, you see the time remaining in the third period. On your monitor, that's Jim Price with the ball. Looking inside, they're going to try and get it inside somewhere. Maybe Webster will go inside. The shot clock is on your left. They are really playing like a zone defense underneath. 3, 4 men in that area, but Thompson goes and scores. Thompson one-on-one. Jack Ramsey wanted some help underneath, didn't get it. Nobody went out to double-team Thompson. Oh, what a machine Thompson is one-on-one.
David Thompson makes a big play right there. He has the ball. He just held it out there, and then he turned around and said, Wally Walker, anytime I want a basket, I got it. He took him in. Walker, defenseless.
He is now 8 out of 11 at the foul line. He's missed 3. Foul shooting has been the difference. 2 seconds to go. The shot's good. It counts. The basket counts. 12 minutes of basketball remaining in Denver. Denver hoping to make the series 3-2. Portland hoping to end the series.
Oh, right here we get another look at that last play. Excellent foot speeds by Johnny Davis and Wally Walker. Now you watch the light right here, and you can see the shot is clearly up and in as it goes before the buzzers. The light comes on and it's in the basket. Come back in the game for the Nuggets as their offense begins to struggle. They get nothing, and Johnny Davis with the ball. Big basket.
Johnny Davis, the rookie, has scored 8 points. And with 10 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the fourth period, the Nuggets of Denver 85, the Trailblazers of Portland 81. David Thompson has now scored in the game 29 points as he moves on that play and makes it a 6-point lead for Denver.
To break the game open, and here we see a similar circumstance.
Gilliam missing. Rebounded by Issel. His pass is blocked by Gilliam into the hands of Lloyd Neal, and Neal gets the pass back from Gross, and the fans feel that on the play Issel was fouled. No whistle, and Portland continues to hustle. They have the series right here. Walton in the post against Issel. Feeds off to Gross, who couldn't handle it. Gets it back, takes the shot, and scores.
Oh, the series is even at 3 games each. This is Gary Bender speaking for Pistol Pete Maravich from the Oakland Coliseum with the final score. Golden State 115, the Los Angeles Lakers 106. Let's go now to Denver for that game between the Trailblazers and Nuggets, Jerry Gross and Steve Jones.
With 2.5 minutes left in the third period. Gilliam rebounded underneath by Issel. Bill Walton trying not to foul out. He's got 5 fouls on him. Willie Wise has 5 fouls also. It's 95-92. Now it's 97-92. And it's 12 points for the big guy, Marvin Webster, the human eraser at 7-1 in his second year in the NBA. And with 1 minute and 53 to go in the game, it's a lead of 3 for Portland. Great block by Webster. It's loose on the floor, and Jimmy Price comes up with it. All alone, Matt Calvin. Matt Calvin all alone. Blocked by Gross. The basket counts. He hit it off the board. Goaltending. Goaltending. With 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the game, and the Denver crowd is going wild.
Well, everybody's going bananas here. You'll see Matt Calvin. He looks around. Bobby Gross gets a piece of it. It continues to make bad passes, and Portland still has a chance.
Lionel Hollins banks it in. That makes it with 1 minute and 26 seconds to go in the game. Denver 101. The Portland Trailblazers 98. Round. He brings Bobby Jones into the game, takes Marvin Webster out. Jones with the time left in the game you see on your monitor. And on the 24-second clock now, 12 seconds to go. That's Price leading by 2 Portland. Lionel Hollins comes up with a steal. Hollins is going for pay dirt. The ball game is tied up with 28 seconds to go. You see the time remaining in the game. The score is tied. A bucket here would eliminate Denver. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going into overtime. We're going into overtime.
Portland in the same foul problem with 9 minutes left in the fourth period could not take advantage of it. I don't think they'll be able to take advantage of it here in the fourth period. They have got to come out and establish themselves offensively, which they seem to have a lot of trouble doing in close ball games. This is probably the most important game they've had all year. We'll see how they go as they go with Thompson.
And Thompson now has pumped in a total of 31 points. The lead is 2, enjoyed by Denver. 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the overtime period. Walton with 5 fouls on him against Dan Issel. Issel in the contest has only 3. That has earned Gilliam Webster. Thompson 3-on-1 over to Issel. It's blocked in. No foul on the play. And Issel scores on the driving layup. And very quickly, the advantage now goes to Denver by 4.
Well, they get a big spurt. The ball goes to Issel. He takes one dribble. Hollins with excellent jumping ability gets a piece of it, but not enough to keep him out of the basket. It was
time. Denver by 4. They face extinction if they do not win this afternoon. Issel almost falls down. Over to Price. 10 seconds on the timer. That's Webster inside. Blocked away from him by Gross, but Jones has the shot. The rebound by Webster. 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the game.
big offensive rebound that time, but you'll notice the Nuggets, again, with a 4-point lead, should be playing with some kind of authority, and they're playing very attentive, very apprehensive out on the outside, and Portland's got a chance to score, and Bobby Gross runs over Bobby Jones.
No basket. Offensive move. Offensive foul. Bobby Jones did establish position. 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go.
Collins makes a great pass up front to Bobby Gross, who should have pulled up and shot the jumper. He's looking to get an inch too close, and they draw the foul. Denver, if they're going to be successful, have to get the ball and really take advantage of the fact that Portland is down. They're playing like Denver's playing like they're the team that's behind.
Denver ball with 31 seconds to go, and they lead by 6.
Well, Bill Walton just picked up his 6th foul as he takes a hike. Everybody gives him that motion call over the head. We don't have a shot at that of the crowd. Matt Calvin comes in the game. The icing is never on the cake with a team like Portland, who put a lot of pressure on in the backcourt, maybe come up with a quick steal. Again, Denver has not executed well down the stretch, and they've made some costly turnovers. Jimmy Price handling the ball has had his share of problems this afternoon.
And from Denver, Colorado, Bill Barnes, our producer, Bob Dunphy, our director, our associate director, Joan Vitrano. 18 seconds to go in the game. 111 to 105, Denver leading. Dan Issel goes for 2. Issel has banged home a total of 22 points, and he's had 8 points here in the overtime period.
Well, Dan Issel, again, probably coming to play one of his biggest games, who had the reputation of hiding in close games. He gets a big basket here. As Nuggets were up 6, he gets a little roll, a little tee that goes down for him. He's on the line for a chance to put them up by 9 with 13 seconds left, as we see Corky Calhoun getting ready to come in the ball game.
Dan Issel has banged home a total of 31 points, 31 for David Thompson. I beg your pardon, 23 points for Dan Issel and 31 for David Thompson. Wednesday night, remember, CBS will send you the deciding game between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors from Inglewood, California. That's the ball game. That basket does not count. That basket does not count. The final score, 114 Denver, 105 Portland.